Right, so let me demonstrate the functionalities of this program. So let me run the console, and let's try by adding a new member first. So as you can see, it tells you how many members that can be added more to the database, and it has been limited to 100 members. And then we get a prompt to select the type of member that we want to add. So let's add a student member, and let's type Sanju, and right, so as you can see, we get an error if we add a number with 9 digits. So it says there should be 10 digits. Right, and today's date. So let's try with something which is impossible, which is let's say it's the 35th day. Then it says there should be an integer between 1 and 31. So let's add 3rd 8 2020. Right, so and then because it's a student member, it asks for the school. So let's say Royal, and it says new member added successfully. So let's check it out by printing the list of members, which is number 3. As you can see, it's there, number 6, Sanju, student, and the date. So by the way, the member ID is automatically generated, so I didn't enter this, I only entered this. So that's how it's done, and let's delete that member. So let's try with something that we don't have in the list. So we only have up to number 6. Let's try with number 7. Then it says it tells you the free space, number of free spaces available, and then it tells you that the given membership number could not be found. So let's try with something that we have there, which is number 6, the last record. Sorry, so let's press 2 here, and number 6. Alright, so it says again, it says the number of free spaces available, and then it says the type of member deleted, which is a student, and it says member deletion successful. So let's confirm it, and yes, it has been deleted. Alright, now as you can see, it's not in the correct order, as in it's not sorted. So let's try sorting, which is the 4th value. So you can see it's been sorted perfectly. And now let's try the write or save in a file. So that's number 5. But before that, let me check. There is no as you can see here, there is no text file available. So let's hit number 5, and it should generate the file. Right, so as you can see, the file has been generated here. So it's a text file. So all the details that we have in our database, let me refresh, is there like this. Okay, so that's working fine. Now let's try opening the GUI. So we'll hit number 6. Right, so as you can see, the GUI opened, and we have the search functionality here and all the members in the database. So I have set this up to that so that you can search according to the member ID, name, or the type of member. So let's try default. Yeah, so it shows all the default members that we have. And let's try number 1 and number 4. It shows the member with the ID number 4, and let's search Dasun. So Dasun, yes, so you can see it searches perfectly fine. And so that's pretty much it. Now let's hop on to the code and see what I've done here. Let me start with the interface, which is gym manager. So these are the methods that were implemented by the class myGymManager, which implements this interface. So you can see it implements the gym manager. And alright, so we'll talk about that later. Let's start from the console. So I have turned off the logger of the MongoDB as it keeps interrupting the weave. So alright, so here we have the list, and it takes the user input and goes for this method. So if we go there, so as you can see, it takes it first checks if the number of members are lesser than 100. If it's less, you can add, and then it shows how many more members can be added. And then it takes the name and it goes to the validation method. So I have created all these validation methods for all the inputs. So as you can see, it validates if it's A to Z, capital or simple, and if it has a space, and that's it. And let's check the age. So for that, it should be greater than 60 for over 60 members. And the contact, so it should have 0 to 9, that's it. And so likewise, I have validated all these. And so let's go back to the add member. And so what it does is it creates an object from the myGymManager, and then we pass all the things that we got into a new object from the default member, and then we pass all the values. So if it's a default member, these are the inputs that we get. And if it's a student member, we ask some more inputs, like the school name and the age if he's an over 60 member. So then we pass that object into the object that we created using the myGymManager class. And then let's move on to there. So you can see I have created the MongoDB and the collection in member list. Alright, so this what we this is where it goes to when we press the add new member. And so it appends to the database all these using the object that we pass in. So that's pretty much it. And in the delete member, so it iterates through the DB cursor, and it deletes if we find the number that we input, membership number, then it's deleted. So it also prints the member type, as you can see here. And then if it can't find the member, it shows that given membership number could not be found. So that's how it's done. And again, in print, we iterate through the DB cursor and print it. So likewise in sort, but we use a sort method here to sort according to the name, as you can see here. And we write in the file, as you can see, I have put the dir of this project, so it's there. And now let's move on to the GUI real quick. So here's the GUI I've created. Alright, so I've created the table weave and the search, and here it's search. So this is the text input, and it searches accordingly. So it searches in the membership number, name, and the type. So that's pretty much it. So, and I think that's it. Alright, thank you.